for Put It on the Bat Card, Episode 2. I am one of your hosts, Steve, the Geek Supreme. And with me, as always, is...
Zach.
The Mega Nerd. All right, everybody. Again, this is Put It on the Bat Card, starring Steve and Zach. Or, as you can see, Zeev and Statch.
It still makes me laugh. Oh, God.
So, welcome to Episode 2. We made it this far.
I think I regret every step.
Same. So we've had some cool things happen over the last couple of weeks since we did the last episode. First being death metal. Death metal is hit. Death metal is cool. I'm waiting for death metal number 2 right now. But it brought back some very interesting characters. One of them being Sergeant Rock, who hasn't been in comic books in, 30 years?
You'd think something like that.
And the other is?
Jonah Hex. A happy Jonah Hex, which is even more unnerving.
Yeah. Wonder Woman is the Queen of Hell, wielding the chainsaw of truth. Batman? Batman's done with everything.
Are we doing any spoilers?
We're not doing spoilers, but Batman's done with everything. Like, this is... So, for those who have read the Dark Knight's Metal series, the world was... Well, basically, the multiverse was taken over by the Batman Who Laughs. A Batman from an alternate universe that succumbed to the Joker toxin.
Mm-hmm.
With the help of other Batmen from other universes, like one who merged with the Flash, one who took the power of Doomsday.
Yep. Green Lantern, evil Green Lantern Batman. We got Batman plus Cyborg, gender bent Aquaman Batman, Aquawoman Batman.
And then one that merged with Ares.
Yeah, it took the helmet, became the God of War.
So, now, not really spoiler, none of those are in this issue. But you know what is in this issue? Bat-Rex.
I was going to say, I love emasculated Bat-Rex.
So, animatronic Tyrannosaurus Rex with the spirit of Bruce Wayne Batman.
Not just any animatronic T-Rex. It's the T-Rex from the cave.
The one who stands by the giant penny.
Yeah.
From a time when Batman truly was a killer.
Oh, man, he just kicks the penny onto that guy. Jesus.
So that's come out. Empire has launched. Now, sadly, Empire's not kicked off the way that people had wanted. The desire for the comic isn't as high as desire for other series are. Would you like to explain why?
I mean, my personal opinion are like the actual reason.
No, the actual reason.
I didn't. What's the actual reason?
I think the majority of the reason is just the fact that with everything happening with COVID-19 lockdowns of distributors, or distributor at the time, and the closing of stores, that Marvel took such a conservative approach to releasing comics that it actually harmed this event.
I mean, you're not wrong. And plus, they're still taking their sweet time releasing comics. Last month was supposed to be... June was supposed to be 4 issues of Empire, and we only got 1?
Yeah.
All number zeros?
And I think Empire Fantastic 4-0 is this week.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's so...
And then some of the
weird.
Empire issues went straight to graphic novel.
Oh, yeah. What was... it was Fantastic Four X-Men? Or not, no, Empire X-Men? I think that one went. I know at least one of them. Maybe the...
Now,
I want to look.
Sadly, on other news, DC... Now, so we've talked about this many times, both to customers in store and online to other people, and I think on the last episode, about DC leaving Diamond and going with UCS or USC distribution.
Either or.
And Lunar distribution. But prior to that, they had discussed going digital first, followed by in-store. So that they could get through everything, and then, of course, decided not to do that because of community backlash.
Oh, everyone was mad. Justifiably so.
But they are making a digital-only comic, or a digital-first comic, that's probably going to come into stores.
Which one?
Harley, black, white, and red.
Oh, did you know that they're doing a deceased continuation on online only?
So they're doing it, but lying to us about it.
Yeah.
Which the overlords of DC are, of course, AT&T, and we know how AT&T is on about everything that they say. Hey, we're not going to charge you extra fees. Guess what? There's extra fees.
I like how it almost feels like AT&T is just gonna old yeller DC.
At this point, I think they should just sell uh, DC DC to anybody else. Just sell it to Jim Lee. Let him take a nap for 2 days. Wake up the owner of DC.
Yeah. When did I sign this? Oh, we
Yeah.
have a stamp.
Yeah, I mean, it's just come to the point where he's doing a great job as editor. He really is.
He is.
I will give him hands down that the DC stories are getting better and better all the time. They're bringing in great writers. They're bringing in great artists. Jim Lee himself is a fantastic artist. So you've got somebody who understands the industry at the head of the industry, like understands it from both a fan and a creator perspective.
He's been in almost every cog in the machine at this point.
Yeah. The only thing he hasn't done has been the secretary.
I mean, he probably moonlighted.
Possibly. But he's doing a fantastic job, and I will tip my hat to him. He did a great job taking over from Didio. Books have reinvigorated DC fans everywhere. It also doesn't hurt that the moment that they could get a distributor on board, they were distributing books. Well before comic book stores were closed or were open, they were still closed at the time. Probably about 60% of the stores in the country were closed because they were in regions that were on mandatory lockdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, those owners got upset about it and cried that books should stay off the shelves for everybody until I'm open.
It's the Titanic problem. There's not enough lifeboats, so everyone's got to drown.
Yeah. Instead of, hey, you take a lifeboat, I'll take the next one. Order your books. If you can't sell them in your store. Okay, so I know a lot of these people have owned their stores for a long time, but they need to realize that there's this wonderful thing called the internet.
Dude, there was a guy who was doing online orders, was shipping them out. He had all of his boxes sitting on his stairs. Saw a picture of it on the retailer Facebook group. Oh Lord, that guy was a machine.
Yeah, but if you want your store to survive during a crisis, you pivot your business to fit the crisis. I can't go to my store and have my regular pull box customers come in. Hey, here's what we're going to do for you. I'm going to the store. I'm working from the store, and I will receive product from UPS or FedEx. I personally will put everything in your box. When it's ready, I will send you an online invoice for you to pay. And then I'll either ship your books to you free of charge, or you can drive by and I'll drop them off to your vehicle. We're just a distribution center. You're just picking it up. You're not doing any in-store retail. But no, people want to cry and moan that they don't get the books at the same time as stores that are in areas that are open. I mean, we were fortunate enough that our area wasn't ravaged by COVID. And it is one of the benefits of living in small town America, in a state that does have the least population of anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a benefit in that regard. However, we were ready from before lockdown started in the state or in the country that if we got a full lockdown, we were 100% online ready. We would spend our days just adding product onto the website. The moment we got word that we were getting locked down, multiple products would just be added and we would just show up and keep the doors locked. The signs would be turned off. There'd be no entry. There'd be a sign on the door that says, hey, if you're looking to purchase, go to norsecomics.com. I don't understand how so many business owners, and this isn't indicative of comic books, but so many business owners can't understand how to pivot their business properly. Do you have an idea?
I mean, one of my favorite ones I've seen during the entire super lockdown on COVID was the guys who were basically FaceTiming customers and walking them through the stores with tablets. That was, I think, one of the coolest ideas ever. Just doing an e-walkthrough of the store with them, basically. An e-shopping experience.
Yeah.
And then they just ship the stuff to you.
It's not that hard.
No.
It really is. I mean, you would spend 10 minutes with a customer on, Facebook video
Yeah.
in order to help the customer find what they're looking for and to keep the business moving forward.
Yeah. Plus, it kind of be fun.
Yeah. But there's so many ways that you can keep your business going forward and not suffer. Because during these times, it does actually build a community. People stop wanting to deal with corporations that don't care about the local business. So you get a corporation that has a business in town and they're not treating their employees well during this time. You're going to be less likely to support them. But you've got a local business who you've shopped at before, you like, they can't be open. You can do, and you could have done, they could have done a multitude of things to promote their business. Like, hey, I know we're locked down, but we're selling gift cards online. Purchase a gift card. When we open up, use it in store.
Yeah.
There's a way to keep your local businesses going, but those businesses have to be proactive to protect themselves during this time because it's not easy. It's not easy to run a business, first off. It's impossible during those times to run a business as normal. So you have to change. If you do magic, if that's your thing, you can really get your customers involved by having them, if you're in an area that's on lockdown, just thinking out loud, but you could do a purchased entry at your stores through an online terminal, Facebook, whatever. They purchase an entry, they play on Arena. So you run it through Wizards Reporting Network or Wizards Play Network. At the end, winners of those, because you get their results, you give prize pool to. They can't come in because you're on lockdown. We'll do it as a curbside pickup. Come by, call the store, let us know you're here, we'll bring it out to you. There's so many ways that a business can keep going during these times that it just floors me that nobody thinks outside of their four walls of their retail location.
Mm-hmm.
They're so ingrained in the customer coming in the door that they're not thinking about how do we get that customer who can't leave their house to be able to purchase, to be able to enjoy the activities or hobbies that they're into. If it's Warhammer, now Warhammer completely locked down during this time.
Mm-hmm.
So Games Workshop shut down their factories, they shut down their distribution center, they sent all of their reps home. So you weren't getting any new product. Like it wasn't happening.
Oh, yeah.
But all of us had stock. You don't start this without anything on your shelves. You might run a little light during that time. We did.
Oh, yeah.
We were dying for Warhammer product. I mean, we went a month and a half without purchasing any. But we still were selling Warhammer. We still had customers coming in to buy because it was the perfect time to build a new army or to paint an existing model set that you already had. So people forgot that, business owners forgot that people at home still want to participate in their hobby because they have the time to now. They might be on unemployment, unfortunately, but at the time they were getting more on unemployment than they were actually working. So they had a little free money that they could spend to help booster the economy. And they're going to do it at stores they want. You don't go onto Amazon and buy Warhammer.
I mean, I don't think you can.
That's my point.
Oh, yeah.
You don't go there. You don't go onto Amazon to buy, Amazing Spider-Man 300. But if your local game store or your local comic store has it, you're going to purchase from them. But if you can't go into the store, how do you purchase? There's Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or on your own website or on your own app. And if you weren't taking advantage of those pathways, then realistically you weren't treating your business like it was a business. You were treating it like the people walking through the door are always going to be there, and you're actually not giving your customers the best customer service they could have. least that's my 2 cents on it, and kind of what
Yeah.
the whole pandemic has shown me as, the primary guiding force behind this business is that you got to give your customers the shopping experience they want, not the shopping experience you want to give them. So more product online, more ways to buy, more opportunities to connect with, like doing this, so they can see kind of what happens in the store or hear more from us, because there's something wrong with us, and those who like listening to us, I kind of worry about their mental health.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, those are our two major current run, back on topic because, pandemic, sorry. Those are our two main lines out right now, our story arcs out right now, but there are a couple of coming that are going to be hitting stores really soon. But before that, we're going to go ahead and take a little break, and we'll be back with you in about 30 seconds.
Hey Previews World, Mia here with a look at what's at comic shops this week. So let's jump on in.
Okay. Let's see. Are we? Oh, we are not yet back. Got 17 seconds left.
Those are really slow 13 seconds.
Is that it? No way.
I'm gonna guess
Your
about
comic shop has
that.
something for every type of customer. So stop at a comic shop today, and I'll see you back here next week.
All right, and we are back. Hey, everybody. Back on Put It on the Bad Card. All right, so we've got a few events that are happening or are getting ready to happen.
Oh, I'm excited.
So which one are you most excited for?
Ten of Swords, obviously, because I'm the X-Men guy in the new X-Men guy in the shop.
Well, you are a mutant, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But not the good mutant, so you have no superpowers?
Yeah, just a medical condition.
Yeah. What are you excited about for it?
One of the coolest things is like, it centers a decent bit around Apocalypse, and one of the most interesting things is about him is they always reference like his original, like how he was, even the movies did it, of where he was where the term the Horseman of the Apocalypse came from, and we get the first Horseman of the Apocalypse, and they all look really cool, and one of them is his kid.
Nice.
Yeah, but we have like every cool and mystical or any kind of empowered sword that's ever appeared in Marvel Comics reappearing. The Muramasa blade, the Phoenix blade, the sword they made of the Cerebro helmet, the Sword of Might from Captain Britain, and then I think that was 6 other ones I can't remember off the top of my head.
Nice. Well, so that one, we've also got coming this month. Well, we're already in Journey 2, but we have Joker War coming. And I've been reading everything Joker War oriented right now.
Man, they're going hard and fast already with that event.
Oh, it's not even started, and they've already... it appears as though they have killed off 2 major characters and revealed who the designer is, who is basically the architect of everything going on right now. But we've got Batman 94 next week. We've got Detective Comics 1023 next week as well. And so we're on full-on Joker War.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's happening. And the way it looks is Joker is the richest man in Gotham. And he's going to war with everybody. It's going to be interesting to see. And then on the coattails of Joker War is another DC event. The Three Jokers, which is finally going to answer why there's been different styles of Joker over the years. So
Which what they think they seeded the idea for this event 6 years ago in Dark Side War, or
yeah.
I think it was Dark Side War.
And then you have a mini event starting next week as well. DC's Dead Planet, a 3-issue run.
I want them to push it to like 10, 11, 12, just 1,000 issues because I just
Well, it's an interesting concept.
and unlike, I mean, I really enjoy it because everyone likes zombies, but the fact that they basically elseworlded it, so now they don't have to care at all about what they're doing and keep it in continuity. Hey, everyone's dead.
Yeah. Who dies? Who lives? Who changes?
I
Who
mean-
becomes undead?
I mean, we get Black Canary as a Green Lantern.
Yeah. There's also some great tie-ins for Deceased as well. So coming out in September, you have Deceased action figures. Yes. Joker, Batman, Batgirl, I think Catwoman,
Ooh.
possibly Harley. Like, you've got Deceased action figures, 7-inch action figures.
Is Batman in the freeze suit?
I don't know.
I hope
Offhand.
so. Oh Lord.
But those come out in September. Coming out also in September was probably the biggest surprise product to come out of Hasbro, period, out of this year's toy fair. The talking animated Deadpool head.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. That thing is so cool.
Motion controlled, or motion activated, light activated, sound activated.
Gyroscope in it, so if you turn it upside down, it has voice lines for that.
And then app controlled.
Yeah, I'm surprised knowing them they don't have it like moisture controlled. Like they can sense
It's
when you lick
Deadpool.
it. Yeah, they might. You just can't advertise that.
But the weirdest part about it is not that Hasbro's doing a Deadpool toy, because they've done them before.
Oh yeah.
But Hasbro's doing a Deadpool toy with R-rated audio. So this is not for your children, unless your children are mild sociopaths.
Yeah.
But that's coming out in September, and I think it's like $150 for something like that, which really isn't all that bad for what you're getting.
Then the next one they're going to release is his arm, and then another arm, and the torso.
That's part of the Build an Action Figure collection. Those are $999 life-size action figures.
Yeah.
And you just get the arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's also app controlled, so keep it away from your children and probably not sell it to single people.
It's also it senses heat, so it's follow you around your apartment.
That could be terrible.
That would be horrifying.
Because you're just watching TV and it comes up and starts grabbing on you.
It'd be you imagine like forgetting that thing's in your house if it actually did that. You just walk in and it just starts coming at you.
It's the Michael Caine movie, The Hand. All over again. A murderer's hand trying to get revenge for you. But there are some really cool products coming up for the holiday season. Let's see. So we've got DC action figures. We've got the new line of Zombie Marvel Pop Funkos coming out.
Oh yeah.
We've got the Boys Pop Funkos. They'll be in store next week.
Oh.
The only one I'm upset about is they don't have the dog.
Oh, they don't have Terror?
No.
Oh, he'll be next because they're just introducing him to the show, and Funko takes a minute to do anything.
Yeah. He'll be released next year. But that's coming out. What else is coming out?
I mean, I think it's coming in a week or two, but we have the Green Ranger Dragon Dagger.
Oh,
that
yes.
has 3 buttons, plays music, lights up, and you can use it to remix music. And then I think
I think you might actually be able to use it as a flute.
Yeah, but can you play it while you're wearing a helmet? Can you blow
Could
into
he really?
I mean, it's kids show, so I mean.
Also hit number 50 on Power Rangers recently,
Yep.
and you've been reading that series.
Oh.
And what are your thoughts on it as a lifelong Power Rangers fan?
So one of the coolest things I have to say is if anyone didn't have or was a tiny little toddler when the Power Rangers came out, kind of like I was, you kind of wondered why the 3 main Power Rangers left in season 2 of Mighty Morphin, and obviously in real life it was pay concerns. But the Go-Go Power Rangers line says that they ended up the peace conference that they went to was actually a mission that they went on to go into space and to beat up space aliens as different Power Rangers. And then you have a return of an old villain in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 50. And, oh, it's neat.
Who's the villain?
Oh, it's spoilers, man.
Okay. Tell me off camera.
Okay.
And then you have a new Power Ranger series hitting.
I think we have, 2? I think we get a one about Lord Draken, like a solo series or a graphic novel about Draken, the alternate universe Tommy Oliver. And then you get Power Rangers Ranger Slayer.
Yes.
And that one's cool.
Also, we were looking today. You saw it. The Lord Draken action figure.
Oh, it was cool. 6-inch full range of motion, everything. God, it's cool.
14 points of articulation.
Comes with the green and white dragon dagger.
Yep.
The fusion one. Also, I think if I remember correctly, we do have a bunch of the 6-inch Power Rangers toys coming in as well.
We do. We have those. We also have Star Wars Black Label action figures coming in. So those will be out, I'm guessing, somewhere in August or September. Both of them will be in. Because we make orders months in advance to bring them in store, hoping that we made the right decision on stuff to bring in. Sometimes we've accidentally ordered too much, and it's been a blessing in disguise.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we accidentally underorder, not anticipating that things are going to work out. Like Hell Arisen, for instance, is one of those instances where I really wish that Lunar had been in charge at that time, because Lunar's doing something that Diamond never did, and telling us when new characters are being introduced into a book. So it would be fantastic to know that, so that we can order in the books for people to see, like the origin of Punchline. I wouldn't have known it was in the 80th Joker. It's only like 3 pages of it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't big story-wise, but it was an important part of that story. And if it wasn't for Lunar, I wouldn't have known it, because Diamond just gives the
basic plot description.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
And usually
And
the way
half the
we
time it's
ordered
not
was
even
from
good.
Yeah, it's not good. But we also ordered from CSVs, which are notoriously hard to read,
Oh, yeah.
because it was easier than going through their small description, then hovering on every product and clicking on it to read it, because they wanted you to use Comic Suite to order everything. And that didn't function as well as we needed it to in order to be efficient for the store. I also didn't want to spend $5,000 to get a point of sale system.
Ooh,
Yeah. And I'm glad I didn't invest it, because, yes, Lunar's done a great job. They now have export files for Comic Hub that we use, so I can quickly get in our initial orders and get everything done. It's a very easy system to use, but they're now exporting it to Comic Suite as well. So those who did invest the money into a Comic Suite POS or point of sale aren't left out in the lurch for DC products. So that's really nice for customers, and wonderful to see that a company has gotten the rights to distribute a product, but still generating a file so that customers who have accounts or products with essentially a competitor. They're not really anymore, because now they're selling DC, Diamond's not, but they generated the file necessary for customers to continue to use their Comic Suite point of sale system. So it was really cool of them to do.
Yeah.
They're working well with Comic Hub, which is the point of sale that we use in store. We're not 100% on it, guys. So when you come in, guys and girls, so when you come in, things are still a little muddied for us. Things are getting better. It's probably going to take, talking with Stu from Comic Hub, usually takes about a month to 2 months to get everything working. So it is a long investment process to get this going. But I can tell you one of the greatest things about this system that Zach and I both appreciate, and this is by no means a plug or paid advertising. It's just one of the things that makes our job that much more pleasurable is grabbing a comic book that's in our back issues that we've had for maybe a year or two, or purchased as a private sale, scanning the barcode and actually seeing the information come across the screen so we can see what products are being sold. It's important for us to know what titles are selling so we know what you guys are into. Like, we've seen a huge uptick in Red Sonja and Vampirella in the last 2 weeks. So our orders of those products have gone through the roof accordingly.
One of my favorites is the fact that if you scan a product and the customer's already bought the product before, it'll actually show that on the POS, so no one accidentally forgets and buys like 3 death metals if they don't mean it.
Like, we've had a customer that came in and she purchased a comic and then came in a week later and purchased the same one. If we'd had Comic Hub, it would have yelled at us, hey, this customer already purchased this on this date at this time. Do you want to purchase another? Which is that, you're right, it's a great feature to have.
It's really neat.
It helps us to help our customers more, increasing our customer service, taking away a lot of the work that we have, making it so we can spend more time with customers and referencing new books for them or giving them suggestions. Now, one product that did come out this week that, I'm happy about. I'm sad that we sold both of the issues we got in, but I'm happy we got some coming in next week. Batman Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth.
I mean, are you surprised it sold out so fast? You've been hype training that thing for
Years.
longer than death metal.
Yeah, but not just that. I've also told people and then just found out it was being re-released. Like, people have asked, what's your favorite graphic novel? Oh, no, it's Batman Arkham Asylum. Or you would say, oh, no, it's A Serious House on Serious Earth. It finds out we're both right.
Turns out together we make one complete comic title.
Yes. But it's just one of those interesting books that has like watercolor designs inside, Ralph Steadman influenced artwork. Like, it's a dark book.
It looks like a watercolor bad trip. Like,
Again, Steadman.
Yeah, it's cool though.
But it's a fantastic story of mental abuse is really what it is. I mean, Batman's being mentally tortured inside of Arkham Asylum as a patient in an asylum run by the Joker. So it's really cool. And it is my all-time favorite graphic novel. And that one I actually got as a gift from a really good friend of mine back in high school. My artist friend, Aaron. He gifted me one of those because at the time he was a huge DC fan. I was a huge Marvel fan. And he's like, well, if you really want to get into this, read this, and gave me the book. And I had that thing for years until my flood and stuff damaged. But was by far and beyond my favorite graphic novel of all time. I'm not the biggest Batman fan, like as a character, as an archetype, but that is my favorite story because it just embodies everything that makes a comic book fantastic. There is intrigue, there is suspense, there is danger, but there's also interest. Like, it's not overly winded. There's a lot of action in it, but there's more mental action, if that makes any sense. So, highly recommended. We do have more copies coming in this week, next week.
Just 1,000. They're gonna, instead of using cardboard, they're gonna use the books to hold the other books.
Yeah. But I'm super happy to be able to sell this comic again because, man, I haven't seen it in 20 years. So, yeah, they have a new cover on it. I'm not a fan of the new cover. I like my old cover because same artwork versus different artwork. Very similar to inside. Really insane Joker. But if you really want to know the intrinsic part of the book, play the Batman Arkham Asylum game. It's heavily influenced by this book. The stylizations and the storyline. Now, Batman, of course, locked up and then has to break free and get out.
Yeah.
Where he breaks into Gotham or into Arkham Asylum to fix everything. But it's the same stylizations, like when Joker takes the Venom toxin. He really does morph into what is almost a one-for-one depiction of the Joker that's in that book. So, really cool. Well, we are going to take another break, and we'll be back with you in just a few.
Norse, Comics and More, Wyoming's largest comic book
fucking
store.
troll, you ran her on fucking ass.
Join us every Wednesday for New Comic Book Wednesday.
Fuck you. That's
Peruse
great. I
our
like
large
that.
selection of graphic novels and more. A large selection of kids' comic books
Hey,
available
you know you're
for
already
your
here.
little ones.
You're already.
And the largest
Pretty much.
selection of back issues in the state.
He's more us.
Yeah.
But
And the largest selection of Pop Funkos in town. See us at 304 North Center Street or call us at 307-776-9074. Norse,
Oh, man, we have
Comics
those
and More.
Alrighty, and we are back. So, any other comic book news that you like, or any news you want to bring up?
any news just off the top of my head?
Where you were mentioning something you wanted to discuss.
What was I mentioning? Man, I'm brain dead.
Variant covers.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
I try to give you a.
No.
I lob that right over the home plate. I underhand toss it to you.
And I tried to hit it with a baseball bat like a pool cue. Yeah, I've been kind of interested in like the history of the variant cover. Why, like, what happened? Why is everything weird like that? So I did a little bit of research and I found out a couple interesting things.
Okay.
Because like some of the weird facts are just kind of strange. Do you know what the first comic with a variant cover was?
The first one I remember is X-Men 1. Jim Lee's run.
Yeah, the 91?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1986, The Man of Steel #1. It was if I remember correctly what the comic was, it was a retelling of his origin and a modern updating. The variant cover was actually a zoomed in bit of him pulling out the Superman symbol out of his shirt, basically.
Interesting.
And then another interesting one, do you know what the comic with the most variant covers is?
Well, we talked about this earlier, and
Yeah.
I will not take your
Oh, you can just- I don't
steam away.
care.
I had said Amazing Spider-Man 800 because they put a lot of those out,
Yeah.
including that one.
Yeah, you were close. It's ASM 666 with a grand total, if I remember correctly, 166 variant covers. And they're
Ugh.
not even 1 in 10s, 1 in like 4s. It's all store exclusives. Oh man.
Why? What even happened important in that book?
I don't even care. It's
Okay, now I got to look it up.
Yeah, here. I was
I'll
gonna
look
say,
it up.
It's all.
You keep
If I
talking.
remember correctly, what the cover is, the main variant thing, and it's the weirdest part, is it's one of those really iconic newspaper dispensers, or something similar, and all it is, the variant bit on it is the newspaper on the front, and it could be anything from like the two main workers at the comic book store. They just had a picture of that and the store logo, or it was like a custom newspaper print that they wanted to do, or just any dumb thing.
There's nothing special about it.
No.
There's no key feature. But, oh my goodness.
It's so many.
And it's the same cover. You're right.
Yeah, it's dumb.
With, oh goodness. It's just Spider-Man saves and then the store.
Yeah. It is so garbage.
Wow.
I can at least appreciate the fact that we got away from that. Well, 1, 166 variant covers. 2, the fact that we got away from just really garbage variant covers. At least when they put out 100 variant covers, they're all different artists.
I wonder if they like just gave him one.
Oh god.
You had 2 choices of cover to kit. Up 3 because there's a Canadian Fan Expo.
Oh.
So there's that one. It actually
Yeah, I
has
did not have
some
the
value.
mental energy to go through and look at 166 covers. I don't have the energy to go through like 25 most of the time.
Wow, this is just insane. It looks like they offered it to him for a possibly a fee, who knows. But on the bright side, they made so many covers, they had to go to the second printing to create a second printing of the Amazing Spider-Man Spider Island. And that's actually a better cover than the primary, which is basically just Amazing Spider-Man, just his mask spray painted on the Statue of Liberty. Wow. That makes me really sad.
I'm more bewildered and confused. Let's be real.
Oh no, I mean the primary cover.
Oh yeah, no, it's poo. What
Yeah.
else? What else is some interesting variant cover stuff? There's a comic. It was the first one ever where they actually purposely shot or damaged it. They shot it with a low caliber bullet, and the entire comic is the characters in the comic, including one of our favorites, Too Much Coffee Man, reacting to the comic being shot and the hole in the comic. There's also been...
What is the comic?
I think it's like Jock Comics number like 9 or 1 or
Okay.
something. I don't even know. I think it's... I don't remember anything else other than really they shot it with a gun.
That's enough though.
Yeah, I wonder if they if it was one bullet per comic, or if they stacked them like 10 deep, or if it was like a really big gun or like a really big bullet, but the only ones they put out were the really small holes.
Well, a great way to increase value of a comic.
Yeah, the one
Print them, but destroy them.
The one that doesn't get shot is now $1 million.
Yeah.
What else has been interesting? They've done a tempered glass cover.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, probably. They've done brushed aluminum. There was a baby teeth cover that, if I remember fully correctly, they printed the cover on, I do believe, goat skin.
Baby teeth, you say?
Yeah, Donny Cates about Donny Cates' title about how a woman's life changes after she gives birth to the Antichrist.
That man is insane.
That man will write anything for money.
Yes.
Yes, I want to pay him like probably $35 to write my obituary now. Just get it out of the way.
But he did release recently that he did get one of his titles picked up or optioned for a TV show. No one knows what it is because he hasn't announced what it is, but a lot of the speculation is it's Redneck.
It's gonna be like the really weird, obscure one that he did. It was only a single issue.
Probably.
It'll be like 5 pages out of a Tomahawk number 5, and it'll be a 3-hour movie.
It'll be Tribe. They're going to make 900 episodes, but it's the same episode.
It's gonna be they're gonna do like Howard the Duck, but it's Steel from Dawn of the Supermen, but he's normal and everyone else is in the steel suit.
Okay, I'm sold. Tell me more.
It's all Shaq.
Okay, tell me more.
You know, like Norbert style. He's every character.
Okay, I'm liking this more and more.
And we'll title it Kazam.
Okay, you almost lost me there. But here's the great thing. You have to subscribe to a new video service to watch it, and it's the only title on there.
Yeah. But they only
$19.99 a month.
and they only release 10 minutes a week.
10 seconds a day.
1 second of movie every 5 seconds of movie. For every 5 seconds of real life, but it still has a loading bar, so it doesn't pause. So it looks like your internet's really terrible.
Well, for half of Wyoming, it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna take our last break before we're done for the night. So we'll be back with you in just a few.
Hey Previews World, Natasha here, and I'm going to give you a look at some of the new toys and collectibles in stores today. Here's this week's Previews Toy Chest.
Got him. You've been duped. I felt bad, dude, when I didn't notice that we were about to pull back, and I was filling my juice, like juicing my shit up, and it just went, I'm like right in the mic. Fuck! Something just went down. Yeah, it was vapey as hell over there anyway.
Throwing down though.
Yeah.
Go above.
That's not all. Before heading to your local comic
10
shop,
seconds.
be sure to check out previewsworld.com/new releases. There you'll find a complete rundown of everything a toy collector could possibly want.
All right, and we are back. That show is Put It on the Bat Card. Now, the audio for this will be available for podcasting next week. So if you are a podcast listener, the audio from both our programs so far, and everyone coming into the future, will be available then. I'm working out a few things that are going on technology-wise on my side, swapping out computers for things, but there's new news on the entertainment side of things. Our entertainment side.
Oh.
Tomorrow I submit our Apple TV Norse TV app to the Apple Store, so you'll be able to download for Apple TV, Generation 4 and above, of course, because can't download apps for anything before, or Apple TV enabled TVs. So you'll be able to watch and see all of the stupid stuff that we get into or get up to, but not just that. You'll also be able to watch some of the advertisements for new products coming out, stuff like that. Like putting up the stuff that comic book fans care about, or Warhammer fans, possibly even Magic fans, if that becomes a thing. But I do have a question for everybody. You and I have talked about this a couple times, but I'd like to hear from you guys. Would anybody be interested in watching us run our role-playing game? Like, watch just how not smart we are.
I think people already know that we're not smart.
I know, but they don't know the depths of the stupidity of which we can come up to.
Oh no. I don't think we need to scare away any more people, man.
It doesn't scare them. That worries me about them. I think what we're going to do is free straitjacket with every comic. It might help.
Here's a gift card for 30 minutes of therapy.
Yeah, why not? But no, in all seriousness, I was just kind of wondering how people feel about being able to watch us play games. Like, we do it once a week. You don't have to watch the whole game. We might not even film the whole game, and we got to get everybody's permission before we do it. But I just wanted to see, because if people are interested, but the current players we have aren't interested in having that done, then we set up something specific for that. So, you know, once a week or once a month roleplay session where they see everybody play the game and we all get into character, like, well, we do anyway, and then become completely insane while we play as well, much to the DM's chagrin.
Yes. I think Christian is finally done with this.
I think he wants to chew his own face off.
It'd be impressive to watch, though.
I know, right? But I want to hear from you guys. So if you will comment below, let us know if that is something you are interested in. We are more than happy to accommodate, more than happy to put something together. I don't care how we put it together or what players we have to have involved in it in order to make that happen, if not everybody at our current game is interested. But I'd like to give new and additional ways for our viewers, fans, customers, friends,
Cult members.
yeah, cult members, to be more of a part of what we do, because it gives me a lot of joy to hear when customers come in. Oh, I saw the video. I liked what I saw, because those of you who follow us know we love our unboxing videos. New unboxing video, by the way, tomorrow.
Oh no.
Yeah, and on Monday.
And then on Tuesday and on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Thursday.
and on Tuesday.
3 of them on Friday.
Possibly.
The Friday after.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But we know how you guys like to be a part of that. And I love when customers come in and friends of the shop have come in and said, I watched it. I love it. Like, thank you for doing it. It really helps me to know what you have so that I know what I'm wanting. Because not everybody has the time to research or the excitement. Like, you go onto a website, you can see the pictures. You absolutely can. You can come to go to our site, click on coming soon, and you're going to see some of the product that's coming out next week. Or 2 weeks from now, because it doesn't go any further than that anyway. But it's different when you can see the actual book versus seeing a picture.
Yeah, and when you can get share in the excitement.
Yeah. So you're part of our family here, and we want to do stuff for you guys as well. Steve says his therapy is coming into Norse Comics, so we're in trouble.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not licensed.
And then Nate would love to watch the game or even be involved. Toby, well, he's learned to always bet on Donnie Cates when it comes to awesome new characters.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We're also told we can be heard during the video switch, so that's great.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll have to figure that part out too. Wonderful. Thank you. Some of this is a little new to us, so we don't often do live. I mean, this is, about a month in the making?
Yeah.
So
And we still don't understand how the soundboard works.
I don't understand how technology works. But anyways, guys, thanks as always for tuning in. We love having you listen. We love having you watch. We love having you a part of the Norse Comics and More experience. Because as insane as we are, we truly love what we do. We're always looking for new challenges. Oh, one thing I forgot. Oh, July 15th is the release of Miss Madam #1. So it's finally hitting stores. Well, our store. Maybe others in the future. But it is coming, and I'm super excited to share with you my twisted vision of a superhero. I'm hoping that you come to love her as much as I have, and that you will enjoy the experience that I'm creating for you. So thanks for tuning in. As always, I am Steve.
And I am Zach.
And we will see you on the next episode.